The state's planning and zoning regulations will be up for debate tomorrow. One of the proposals is for statewide regulations for affordable housing and walking distance of transportation hubs or commercial corridors. This brings up the question, who should have the say in all of this? Fox 61's Dave Puglisi has the details that will be discussed.
Requiring towns to build affordable housing near commercial areas or transportation hubs like this one here in Brantford is on the table for discussion. While a majority of people who have written in testimony are in support of the idea to bring diverse housing into more areas in the state, those opposed believe that maybe it should be the towns themselves that have that ultimate decision.
I think all of us share the goal of making sure that everybody in the state has access to housing and is able to stay in the state if they want to.
A goal of affordable housing in all areas of the state of Connecticut is part of 7 different proposals to be heard by the state's legislature. Each one would attempt to reform Connecticut's planning and zoning regulations. SB 1024 hopes to create more diverse and affordable housing in livable communities.
Within this framework, towns still retain significant authority to govern their local land use affairs.
The framework requires affordable 2 to 4 unit housing to be built within a half mile of public transportation or a quarter mile from commercial areas.
We think this will help to create walkable communities and help to support our small businesses.
Not all those are for the idea. Take the Brantford train station, for example. Senator Huang says it's a great idea to build affordable housing within a half mile of a transportation hub like this, but he wonders where it would go or if it's the best place for it. He believes that towns should be the ones to decide.
Communities have already initiated transit-oriented development. They'd love to make it work because it's a win-win. But the fact is, when the state says, I know better, that brings up the challenging question.
Senator Tony Huang believes there needs to be more dialogue between state, federal, and local municipalities to create solutions that work for all. He believes this, quote, one-size-fits-all proposal handcuffs towns more than it helps and is not sustainable long-term.
Be able to implement a plan that says statewide, we have this goal that's best for everyone, doesn't take into account what may be dramatically different 2, 5, 10 years from now.
Discussion on the planning and zoning legislations will begin Monday at 10 a.m. Legislators believe that it will be a long night of discussion, and depending on how things go, votes could happen as soon as next week. In Brantford, Dave Puglisi, Fox 61 News.